to score more goals and how to improve your finishing and your shooting technique. Stay to the end of the video because I'll be talking about how to train when training for finishing and what you should be training. And so, how can you stay more consistent? You stay more consistent by training and practicing over and over again. And also, you should put yourself under pressure every time you train. So, we're gonna go over shooting technique and how to train to become better at finishing and scoring more goals. So first thing is you want to have a nice setup before you shoot the ball. So you want to have enough space between you and the ball so you can have a nice run up to shoot the ball with power. You don't want the ball to be too close to your feet, and in this way you're not going to be as comfortable to hit the target like the way you want. So after you nicely set yourself up and you have enough space between you and the ball, now you have to decide, should I shoot with power or should I have more placement on the ball? And that should be on the placement of the goalie and the distance between you and the goal, and also the distance between you and the keeper. So if I have decided to shoot with power and I have enough space between me and the ball, I'm gonna run up to the ball as fast as I can. That's gonna help with creating more power behind the shot, and it's gonna help with kicking the ball with power. So you're running to the ball, and now what it comes to is balance and your non-kicking foot placement. So you wanna have your non-kicking foot placed fairly next to the ball, maybe 6 inches apart, and you wanna have your toes pointing at the direction you want the ball to go to. So your non-kicking foot have an important role in balancing your body and having a target on the shot. So let me show you from this direction. If I were to shoot the ball at you, you want to have your non-kicking foot placed fairly next to the ball. You also want to have your knees bent just like this and your chest over the ball. You don't want your body leaning back or going sideways when shooting. That way your body is more in place when shooting the ball. One quick tip here, and that's what I like to do when shooting, is on the last step I like to just step on my toes to have that upper body form, so when I go onto the ball I can have my chest over the ball automatically, and that's going to help with balancing my body, and it's going to help with have control over my shot. And now we get to what spot on your foot you should be hitting the ball. And you want to hit the ball where there's a lot of surface exposed that can hit the ball, and also the hardest spot on your foot. If you see, the hardest surface on your foot is this spot right here. Some people call it the sweet spot, but it's where this spot right here, the laces or whatever you want to call it, is where your hardest bone is exposed on the surface of your foot. So when striking the ball, you want to extend your leg all the way to the back. That's going to create more power behind the shot. You know, some people think that you should have strong legs to be able to have powerful shot, which is really not true. It's all about technique. So if you have the best technique that you can have when shooting the ball, you're gonna have powerful shots. So after you extend your leg all the way to the back and your hand to the side for balance, you want to also extend your foot to expose as much surface on the foot as you can when striking the ball. And you want to strike the ball fairly in the center or the mid section of the ball. You don't want to strike it under, because that would cause the ball to go up high and rise, and you don't want that to happen. You also don't want to hit the ball on top, because that would cause the ball to just go round and round and scrape the grass in the process, and it's going to weaken your shot tremendously. Just a tip how I like to hit it, it just slightly below the center. That's going to cause the ball to just go high enough to hit upper 90. And now we come to the follow through after you hit the ball. And to have the best follow through, You don't need to have a stretch or long stretch follow through. It just when you hit the ball, you could just go ahead and snap just like that. Have a jump after shooting the ball or after kicking the ball. So same technique goes when you try to have placement on the ball. The only difference that is, and especially for me, is instead of hitting the ball with the sweet spot of your foot, I hit the ball with the inside of my foot. That way I have more placement on the ball and curve on the ball if I'm close to the goal or close to the keeper. So let's summarize all of that together. One, you should have a nice setup. So you want to have enough space between you and the ball. If you're shooting with power, you want to be able to run to the ball as fast as you can with keeping your body balanced. You want to place your non-kicking foot fairly next to the ball, toes pointing at the direction that you want the ball to go to, your knees bent for balance, and your chest over the ball also for balance. And you want to extend your foot or your leg all the way to the back with having your hand to the side for balance also. And you want to strike the ball at the center on the sweet spot of your foot. Now we come to training, and like I said, you want to be able to train under pressure and in game-like situations. That's going to help you feel more like in a game, and it's going to help you stay more consistent when it comes to shooting and finishing in a real game. So now that we got the technique out of the way, how we should be training and what should we train on when we train for scoring or finishing or shooting. So like I said, you want to be able to train in game-like situations under pressure. So if you have a partner that's a keeper, get him in. If you don't, just place 2 cones in the corner of the goal, or just try to shoot the ball in the corners of the goal from different directions using both feet. That's going to help you a lot in having a better scoring percentage, and you'll be able to score more goals. So one thing to point out here, when training for shooting and finishing, you should be able to know that in real game situation, you want to be able to know where the keeper is and to know where he's positioned at a certain time. That way, you'll be able to make that decision. Should I hit the ball with power or should I hit the ball with placement? And should be able to know to what corner should I hit the ball. Should I hit it to the right corner, to the left corner, or should I chip it over the goalkeeper? So one example of a training drill that you can do by yourself is set 2 cones in the goal on each corner, and you can have anything like a bench or anything that you can pass the ball to and have the ball come back to you, make a turn, and shoot the ball in those corners. Try to do that with both feet while dribbling and picturing or imagining that there is a defender on you and that there is a keeper in the goal.
Move like
Okay guys, that was how to score more goals and improve your finishing. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the notification button because more videos will be coming up soon. Also, check out my other videos as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on my next video. Peace.